my name's Liz Driscoll and I'm with NC State Extension and North Carolina 4-H. And today what we're going to do is we're going to go wander out into the landscape and I want you to look for bees. I want you to look for big fuzzy bumblebees bumbling around. I want you to look for small tiny sweat bees that go darting from flower to flower, and even our honeybees as they go and they sip nectar from a lot of different plants. So we are here today at the J.C. Ralston Arboretum. It is one of my favorite places to go on a bee hunt. Okay, so when you are off looking for bees, there's a few things that I want you to be looking for. The first one is find whatever flower you can. Are there bees on those flowers? Some plants have flowers that bees just love. Other plants might flower, but you might not see any bees. And so take your time and find all kinds of different plants to look for. Flowers are a great place to start. Other things that you might look for are where bees might have their homes. So behind me, I've got this awesome bee hotel that a lot of our stem nesting bees, like a mason bee or a leafcutter bee, they love putting their home inside these little cavities. So they'll pack them with mud or leaves or petals. And so during certain times of year when they're active, you can notice them flying in and out of these kind of cavity nesting spaces. You might see carpenter bees flying around different wood looking for a nest. You might find ground nesting bees, which is most of the bees that are native to North Carolina are ground nesting bees. Find some bare soil, some sandy soil, and look for little holes in there. And especially in the spring, one of my favorite bees, a mining bee, you can see it really active going in and out of the ground. Bumblebees are really prolific pollinators. You see them all around the gardens. It's a lot harder to find a bumblebee nest. A lot of times they might find a nest in sort of like a little pile of grass or an abandoned rodent nest. You can even try to make nests like this bee hotel. So just go out, put on your noticing eyes and explore the landscape and look for not just the bees that you know, but a lot of other different kinds of bees and pollinators that are throughout the garden. All right, so let's go for a walk through the garden and I'm gonna show you my favorite place to find some bees. So right here is one of my favorite plants. This is an herb called African blue basil, and you can see this carpenter bee just enjoying the flowers so much. So bees will gather nectar from a lot of different garden plants, from native plants, and so you can plant an abundance of different materials that they can visit throughout the year. Native flowers like this purple coneflower or echinacea are a really great place to find pollinators. Bees love them. This little skipper loves it. So see if your garden or your landscape has some native plants that bees would enjoy. And where you'll find bees, you'll probably find other pollinators like this monarch butterfly. So get out there and just start looking. And the more you look, the more you'll find, like this longhorn bee or this tiny little native bee. Make it an adventure. Go out throughout the whole season, different times of the day, different times of the year, and have fun figuring out what pollinators are in your landscape.